Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Customs. This is part 6 of the Super Custom Mashup. As my previous videos, we saw how we put this all together and mixing and matching different parts of the two different statues. So at this point now, what we're going to do is I'm going to start working out the glove up on her left hand, doing some wrinkles on here, and then we're going to start working out the magnets and the sash up in here. Then after that, we'll start fine-tuning her, fixing up any little errors here and there, and then we'll get to paintwork. So that's pretty much where she's at now, and let's just start getting back to work.
One, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3. 1, 1, 4. 1, 2, 2, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3. 1, 1, 4. 1, 2, 2, 2. 1, 1. 2, 3, 4. 3, 3. 1, 1, 4. 1, 2, 2, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3. 1, 1, 4. 1, 2, 2, 2. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 3. 1, 1.
Alright guys, so basically at this point, I did the glove here, I did the wrinkles over here, I sanded it down, I need to sand it a little bit more, gotta fine tune some areas still, but the next step I'm going to really be focusing on is up here is the bandana. Okay, at this point I gotta work on the headband, and I want to make sure whatever I do here is safe, that it comes in and out, and it doesn't snap, break, or cause any issues, because I can sculpt a piece onto there, it could look great, but then I gotta worry about painting it, worrying about it snapping, and you know, if you move it, you pack it up, you ship it, you gotta worry about all that stuff. So my goal is to make something where it's magnetized, it goes in and out of the statue, and it's safe and sound, and I can paint around it without no problem. So I drilled in a hole, and the goal is I'm going to put a magnet in here. So now out of the Rogue exclusive head that I chopped up a while back, I had the flowing sash piece of her headband in my box of parts, so this is a perfect opportunity to use this for that. So that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sculpt some magic sculpt on here, and I'm going to put a piece of metal that sticks out of here that's going to be able to go into the hole and hit a magnet, and it comes in and out. But what I want to do is I want to put the magnet in there, which is already set up in there, and what I have to do is get a piece of metal, and so it goes from that to into the magnet and it sticks. Now you could put another magnet into here, but I don't have anything that's small enough that's going to work. I have actually very small pieces of metal. Like even if you had a metal nail, you can cut up a metal nail and put it in there. As long as there's a piece of metal hitting that magnet, that's the goal. So this is where I'm at right now. I'm gonna start setting this up with some magic sculpt, get this all set up. Then I'll sculpt the knot onto it, and then basically it'll be very easy just to go like this and pop it in and out, paint this, put it in, and make life a lot easier, because you know, you can sculpt something that's great, it looks great, but then when you gotta paint it, you gotta work around all those pieces. That's why it's good to see if you can make something that gets in and out. So even at the end, if you just wanted to glue it in and then you're done, that's fine. But I'm really getting into using the magnets now and making life a lot easier with magnets, just being able to pop stuff in and out. So that's where I'm at. We'll come back once I start getting all this set up, and I'll show you a little bits here and there and how I'm kind of working this out. Alright guys, so sorry I lost some footage. I basically had some footage on how I glued this and I put it together, but I must have lost it or I deleted it by accident. It's just been kind of crazy ever since I broke the thumb and everything, but this is what I came up with. The goal was to get this magnetized in and out, which I did. So I had a little piece of metal here, and I glued it onto there and I let that sit. And then from there, what I was doing was I drilled a hole in here and I pushed the magnet in there and I glued that in. And then from there I put some A's around it, and I was pushing this in and out to get this little square hole, so this way it's not a circle and it doesn't turn, it goes in automatically. So basically you just sit there and it goes in like that. And then once that was all set and everything was all set in here, I put A's around here like a knot. So that's what I came up with, and I think it works out pretty good. It looks like it's knotted, it's got a nice flow to her, so it looks like it's flowing and everything, and that piece worked out pretty good. So, you know, more or less, I think the figure is pretty much there. As you can see, she's pretty much all set up. It's got all the line work. I need to do some cleaning and clean up the base. But the next step for her is I'm going to put magnet on her hand in here, and put a magnet in here somehow. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start sculpting and like a glowing, like she has those powers. So I have to look online to see what type of people illustrated what type of powers, see which one I like, and then go from there. But I know a lot of the stuff she does is like diamonds and circles and weird little kind of like glowing type stuff. So what I might do is look online, see what I like. I'll show you guys a picture of what I kind of like, and then I'll probably go to like a Michaels or AC Moore's, find little like, you know, little tiny gemstone type stuff. And this way I can use those to help me sculpt that out and put it onto her hands, because sculpting from scratch is just going to be way too much work. And from what I know, a lot of sculptors, they go to AC Moore's and they go to find all these little tiny knickknacks, and you never know what you find. Just collect them, and then you have a pile of them, and it's good reference and good to use for sculpting material. So that's the next step. So I'm going to look online, see what I like, and then we're going to get some magnets in each hand, so this way I can sculpt a power here, a power here, and then they could be magnetized in and out. So this way, you know, you can have her without the magnet, you know, powers going, or with them on. So that's where we're at. Hopefully you guys are liking the outcome so far. And I'll come back, we'll show you the update of what kind of powers I'm going to use, and then I guess we'll go into the next video of sculpting the powers on with the magnets. Alright guys, so as you can see, these two pictures I found online, the one on the right's got these kind of like circle type stuff, and then the one on the left's got these diamond type stuff. So that's kind of thinking what I was doing, to do a cross between these two. Looking online, I see there's a lot of different powers for Dazzler, and I know, you know, the old school look that I'm going for has, you know, like a simple beam coming out of her hand, but I just can't get that unless I was to do clear resin, and I just can't do clear resin on top of the sculpt. It just wouldn't work really too well. So this is kind of what I'm going to do, a cross between, but the good thing is, like I said, you know, you can magnetize it in and out if you like it or you don't like it or whatever. So I'm going to go to like a Michaels or AC Moore. I'm going to look up, see if I can find some circle type stuff like that, and some like diamond type stuff, and maybe some other things here and there. I'm just going to look and see what I can find, and then I'll get a bunch of stuff. I'll come back, I'll show you all the stuff, and then we'll start up the new video of putting it all together and coming it up, because I think an idea with the powers on her hands chromed out with different kinds of shades of coloring, like the one on the left, I think might look pretty cool, and it might be fun. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm having fun with it, and we'll just see what happens when I come back. Alright guys, so I went over to a local hobby store and I picked up some gems, and I kind of wanted these little oval type gems. I was looking for diamond type stuff, and I couldn't find any diamond stuff whatsoever. I guess the only way I could really make the diamond stuff is to make it myself, but I figured these gems would kind of be cool, a little bit of a good add-on. So I have all these little circle pieces here that I've bought, and as you can see, I have all these different parts of stuff I've collected over time. So I got a couple of different stars and gems and all little knickknacks here and there. So the goal is I'm going to take these pieces here, and we're going to start attaching them and create two power trails for her hands. Now, I'm going to put a magnet in this hand, I'm going to put a magnet in this hand, and then it's going to be a little bit of a mass in the hand, but then it's going to go out to the circle pieces like this. So you figure, let's get a little bit closer so I can give you guys an idea. So basically, you know, I've seen a couple pieces of art where she's got these, like, you know, rings coming out of her hand, type stuff like that. So I got to kind of work something out, and I got a couple different smaller circles so I can attach on, and then like on one circle I'll have a gem attached to it, like, you know, one gem up there, and then what I'll do is after it's all done, glued together and attached, I'll chrome it out, and I think there's a couple different ones. Some of them are like a yellow power coming out of her hands, and other ones are kind of like a whitish blue. I think I might go with the whitish blue and stuff out of her hands. But that's kind of what I'm coming up with. I'll have to work out some things here and there. I might have to get some more circle pieces. But when we come back, we'll have the magnets in the hands. We'll have the basic mass in each hand magnetized. And then from there, we'll start adding on all the circle things to give you guys an idea. So that'll be the end of this video. And we'll be back once we start working out the power stuff.